Good evening. A Tuscaloosa County man is recovering after being shot on a hunting trip. It happened Sunday in Elrod. According to Tuscaloosa Metro homicide investigators, the shooter says he thought he saw a deer's eyes in the fading light.
But instead, he hit the victim in the upper body, and the man was wearing a hunter orange hat with a light on the bill. So what other steps can you take to make sure you and others are safe? WVUA's Travis Leaders shares some helpful hunting tips.
Conservation Officer Elliot Waters says to be on the safe side, you better know what you're shooting before you aim and fire.
Before you pull that trigger, make sure you positively identify your target, simply because, once you pull that trigger, you can't call that bullet back.
Waters says you may think wearing the standard hunter orange is enough, but it has to meet certain regulations.
You can have either this a small logo hunter orange hat, or you can wear the 144 square inches. That would basically be a vest.
But hunting safety instructor Gay Lake says orange isn't the only gear you should have on at night.
Best thing that I recommend is to wait until it gets good black dark before you climb down out of your tree stand and leave. And then when you do, make sure you have a light, because you cannot see the hunter orange too well in the dark.
All you have to do is start whistling, and maybe the guns will stop firing.
Make a little noise when you leave. Do a little whistling, or, call an owl or something on your way out.
Both Waters and Lake say you should attend hunter safety classes before going out in the woods. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
Investigators say an Alabama conservation enforcement officer issued 3 citations to the shooter. This case is still under investigation.
2 University of Alabama students are lending a helping hand in Tuscaloosa tornado relief. Freshmen Michael Thomas and Andrew Sprisser were in high school when the April 27 tornado hit in Tuscaloosa. Now they are helping with recovery efforts in West Alabama by selling T-shirts they designed. They have sold 1,000 shirts and raised nearly $5,000. And the money from the shirts will be donated to the American Red Cross West Alabama chapter. The students say their goal is to bring hope to the community.
You can wear it to a football game and people will see it and they'll love it, and they'll know that people are still believe in this great city and this great state, and really that anybody can make a difference.
Right now they have sold out of the T-shirts but plan to make more soon. And to find out more, log on to Facebook and type "Pray for Alabama" T-shirts.
The holidays are supposed to be a season of joy, but for some, the stress of meeting all the demands can cause those holiday blues. Counselor Dick Hastings says getting everything ready for the big day can have some people feeling under the gun, and that brings about feelings of stress. Hastings says the cost of living, the state of the economy, also unemployment, all those factors that can create some stress during the holidays.
In the midst of all of the activities going on, there are feelings that we haven't experienced throughout maybe the course of the year that are becoming more pronounced now with the holidays.
Hastings recommends just a few things to help avoid the holiday blues. He says it's important to acknowledge your feelings. The season lasts longer than one day, so he says be sure to pace yourself. Also, remember to take time for yourself. That will help you avoid feeling overwhelmed. And if you start feeling depressed, Hastings recommends seeking some professional help. Finally, post-holiday stress can be avoided if you make a budget. If you'd like to learn more, go to our website, WVUATV.com, and just click numbers and links. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and also 'tis the season to go broke if you're not careful.
WVUA's Leah Knight shows you some alternative places to shop that can help you avoid breaking the bank.
Wade's pawn shop employees say Christmas shoppers have them in high gear. Katie Benedict says people are looking for ways to stretch every dollar.
We've got some stuff in there that, you can get for 1/10 of the price that you do at a jewelry store, just because they have anywhere between a 300 to 500% markup of what the item's actually worth. We can't do that. We go based on, the value of it.
Some of the hottest items being sold this year, game systems and guns. Not only can bargain hunters mark off their Christmas list at pawn shops, they might also make a little extra cash.
People usually come in to bring stuff to us, and then they turn around and they spend the money in store because they're doing that to get the presents.
If the presents you're searching for include clothes, consignment shops like Twice as Nice might have what you're looking for.
A lot of dresses for holiday parties and, anything that goes with that, like shoes and jewelry. We have 12,000 clients that bring us their things, so things come from all over the country.
Courtney Hansen says when shopping for bargains, pick the item up and see if it's well made and worth the cost before making a purchase. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Leah Knight, WVUA News.
And Wade's Jewelry and Pawn also told us that sometimes people get really creative when finding items to sell. One man even borrowed a pair of pliers so he could remove his gold crown and sell that. 'Tis the season. Now, in other news, a former state leader has landed himself in the center of an international scandal.
Yeah, Bill Johnson was director of Alabama's Department of Economic and Community Affairs. Now, allegedly, he is a sperm donor for lesbian couples. According to the New Zealand Herald newspaper, Johnson has been leading a secret life. The Herald reporting that Johnson has been working in New Zealand to help with earthquake recovery, and during that time, they say, Johnson discussed donations with around 9 women. 3 are supposedly pregnant right now. Johnson, who is married, is quoted in the paper as saying he made those donations because he wanted a child of his own. His wife, Kathy, has 3 children from a previous marriage. The paper reports Kathy Johnson did not know about the donations until a few months ago. Johnson and his wife both served as members of former Governor Bob Riley's cabinet. New at 6, Alabama's Attorney General is speaking out about the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to rule on Arizona's controversial immigration law. Attorney General Luther Strange says he is pleased they have agreed to review Arizona's illegal immigration law. Alabama's new law is similar to the one passed in Arizona earlier this year, and Strange is currently defending the Alabama law against legal challenges. He says Alabama supports Arizona in its litigation. Strange says he believes the court will uphold the Arizona law, which will make it easier for a federal appeals court to uphold the Alabama law.
Also new at 6, Alabama could soon be considered one of the top 3 automaking states in the country. Alabama is currently ranked number 5 nationwide, but is expecting a boost with planned expansions at the Honda, Mercedes, and Hyundai plants here in the state. Officials say the state's annual auto production is expected to reach near 900,000 in the next few years. The state didn't even have a large automotive industry prior to 1997, when Mercedes began making sports utility vehicles in Tuscaloosa County.